Hello, guys, and welcome back to our channel. Join us today on this crazy journey from going to homes hopping to settling down in a stunning new house in Busuanga, Palawan, Philippines. I'm so happy today because my dear husband Marvin is here with us, and we actually wanted to give you following of the video I made before where I explained how we met and where we met. In this video, we're gonna share with you our journey from the pandemic that hit us so hard to now being here in our new stunning house. Looking back on all what we go through, we are really, really happy and so grateful to achieve all of this and to be here today. We're gonna share with you our experience in France and then how we got the idea and the project of going back in the Philippines and building our own house, having new projects here in the Philippines. We also wanted to share the experience of finding a land, building a house, and moving from one home to another for several years now. That's why we are actually really happy to have our own house now because I think since we met, I don't know
Yeah,
how many house we lived in, but it's a lot. We've been living with our suitcase since 2018. So it feels really nice to settle down and just to tell ourselves, okay, this time is the last time
we will.
we're moving and no more moves, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you told me when we moved here, I don't want to move anymore.
and everything. Because it's too heavy to carry all the luggage. So it's the final decision to stay.
We wanted to start by remembering you what happened to us. So basically, we were working in Bali Huts, which is a guest house in Busuanga Bay before the
Pandemic.
pandemic. And then in the same time, I was also pregnant of Liam. We decided to
Stop working.
stop working because I'm gonna give birth. I think it was in March 2020. And then while waiting for Liam to arrive, we stay in a house in Korang because the plan was that I'm gonna give birth in a private doctor in Korang. The plan changed the day of the delivery, but that's not the topic of today. And then actually, the lockdown happened. I think it's March 14th. We were actually fine financially because we've been working for a long time and we've been saving money uh, for the arrival of Liam. It was not too bad at that time. We didn't really expect that it would last for more than 2 years. Instead of giving birth in Coron, I gave birth in Culion. After giving birth, we went back in Coron. Maybe we stayed 3 weeks
Yeah.
in the house there where we're staying. And then we decided that we wanted to go in Bulalakaw in your family because it was pandemic. We couldn't go anywhere outside in Coron. So we said that if we are in Bulalakaw, maybe we have a little bit of more freedom and we also have help with Liam. Like,
And can have a little bit of income for I go fishing.
so at that time, we stayed for 3 months, I think,
Yeah.
in Bulalakaw.
More.
And then our dear friend Sophia offered us to stay in her house for a little bit here in Concepcion. We moved from Bulalakaw to Concepcion. Be able to access to Coron more easily because we were in the process to do the paper of Liam. Our idea at that time was to the plan when the pandemic would stop was to go in France, right? For holidays, to introduce Liam to my family, for you to visit France because never been there, and also wanted to introduce to my brother and the other members of the family. So really, the plan was to go there for holiday,
Yeah.
but getting the paper of Liam was a real nightmare because of the pandemic. We don't have any administration here or government entity here.
We wait.
Yeah, we had to wait because we were not able to travel. It was locked down. We didn't have any choice. We moved back in Bulalakaw and we rented the house there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for several months. It's the house of Auntie Eileen.
The one with my auntie.
Yeah, and then we actually moved back in Bulalakaw because you went fishing.
Yeah, I go
So
fishing
we
for
could have a little bit of income. And in my side, I was doing some
cooking.
some bakeries, selling cookies and muffins around the village, just to get busy and have a little bit of pocket money. Actually, what was good at that time is that the French embassy gave us a little bit of money every month, ayuda, help from the French government for the French citizen
citizen that is in the
living,
Philippines.
yeah, in the Philippines with their family. It allows us to eat and survive the pandemic. The lockdown eased a little bit, and we were able to travel in Manila because we needed to go there to do the papers of Liam and his visa to be able to travel in France. And we came back, I think, in Concepcion in the house of Sophia. And then finally, April 2022, we got all the paper needed. We got flight ticket. The country of the Philippines started to reopen a little bit, and it gets a little bit easier to travel.
No,
And
and I remember when we were in the plane that Liam gets sick in the plane. We are
yeah,
lucky that there's a lot of doctors on the plane.
got fever,
Hmm.
and the temperature went high so
So
fast
he
that
collapsed.
it collapsed and started convulsing. So it was a pretty.
Hard day.
And the first thing we did when we arrived in France is we went to the
Doctor
doctor,
directly.
and what happened is that he got ear infection.
Start to work the next day because his father offered me to work with him. So I worked with his father and the vineyard. I like it to work there, but it's better to work here.
In the beginning, we stay in my parents' place. So actually, after 2 weeks, we moved to the house where we stayed most of the time.
Here,
Yeah, and then we were slowly trying to adapt, get familiar with the area, the people. It sounds a bit crazy what I'm saying because I am French. This is my country, but I've been living abroad for so long that yeah, it was also a really culture shock for me because I was not used to of this kind of life.
housework.
Yeah,
Sometimes you see the kids at night when they're sleeping already when you come back. And then in the morning you need to send them again in the school.
slowly Liam started to go in the nursery first for 2 days a week before to start school. You were working. I was working with Mama, helping with the cottage there, the guest. But I was pregnant at that time, so slowly. And then actually, when we arrived, the summer came, so it was not too bad.
Yeah.
Summer in France is nice. Like, the weather is nice. You can live outside. You can have barbecues. You can see your friends.
But the summer there also it's too hot. You cannot even go out of your house.
It can go over 40, 45 degrees. So yeah, it was really hot. And I
Yeah.
remember like during the day we stay at home.
Inside the house.
Yeah,
But me, I
because
still in the work at during that hot. I work without clothes when it's summer there.
And what we did also is that we helped my brother because he was doing night markets, selling his vegetables twice a week, like on Tuesdays and Fridays. Actually, the summer was a good time there, and we were happy to see to see our family. Liam started school September. Jiya was born in October. At that time, we got 1 month to spend with me, to help me in the house with the new baby. We were slowly entering autumn. I spent time to recover with my baby, and you helped me in the house. So actually, when Gia was born, it was a nice time.
Yeah, the winters arrive and it's really cold.
Well, actually, what happened is that Christmas came, so it was a so happy moment. So for me, like for the first time since 5 or
6 years.
6 years, I can really feel the Christmas. Because when we are in the Philippines, it's like you spend Christmas on the beach, and then January came and it was really winter, really cold, and that's the time we decide
Yeah, to come back in
we
the
wanted to
Philippines.
come back in the Philippines, and that's the time we bought our flight ticket for the next November, and that's the time we said, okay, we have 9 months to go. We're gonna work hard. We're gonna save
Yes.
money, and then we're gonna go back in our paradise of Busuanga, Palawan, Philippines. Our idea was to come back in the Philippines and look for land and start building our house that we are in now. So, actually, looking back, I'm so glad that we are here now in our house. And of course, it's not easy every day. We also have other way that we struggle, but that's what we wanted, right? Winter was hard. What keep us going is the idea that we're gonna go back in the Philippines. I found a job in a restaurant, so I was working as a waitress from I think I started in May to October, and you still working in the vineyard. So and the kids, Gia was going in nursery, Liam was going to school, so we were actually quite busy and didn't have much time for the family, but we knew what was our objectives. We kept on going until November 1st,
Yeah.
2023. Hello, PhiliFrancia Fam. How are you doing? Today is the day. Are you ready? You ready? Where are you going? Philippines? You're happy? I can see that. We're traveling back in the Philippines. We first flew to Istanbul. We had a delay in the flight. We didn't know if we could get our connecting flight. We had tickets, starting to get tired, afraid of the plane. So it was quite a long trip, but we made it. We arrived in Manila and we stayed 2 nights in Manila before we flew in Coron. And Papa picked up us
The
with the
boat.
boat.
And it's so happy in the feelings that we use the boat again.
I think 3 hours trip to Bulalakaw. We arrived in the time of Fiesta. Happy time, meeting all friends,
Going the beach every day.
swimming, hiking, going in Bamboo Island. Beginning of December, we moved in Nikki and Ella place in Tabashan because our goal, right, was to find a land. Nikki and Ella offered us to stay in the house. So yeah, we took the opportunity because we were able then to look for land. That was a pretty tough time. I remember we were still in the French mind. We were afraid of the future. What we gonna do?
Where we gonna go?
Where we gonna stay? Where we gonna buy a land? Are we going to find a place? Like so many questions that we cannot answer. And we were still in the European mindset that we need to have a plan for the future all the time. here in the Philippines, you live more day by day. We stayed 1 month in Nikki and Ella. We were looking for land around, but we didn't really find anything we liked. Sophia offers us to
Again,
stay in her house again. Conception, that's the place we are a bit familiar with. And find a nice place here in our budget. Why not?
mhm.
So we started to look,
Every day I go outside.
but we had like some criteria, like we needed a place where there is a school.
Actually, there's a lot of places that nice, but the problem is the budget is we cannot afford it. It's
Yeah.
really expensive. I asked my cousin if he can find for us, and finally we find a good one.
Found actually this land tricky point that we didn't really visit it, the
Uh,
place before to buy it, because here in the Philippines, if they can see my
Foreigners,
face, then they're
they make a
gonna
more price.
triple the price. So we decide to trust.
My cousin,
Yeah, we had a little bit of trouble
but we fix it
because
right away.
certain boundaries that they give us, but the neighbors were not agree with that. Problem was resolved. So you went to the barangay with all the neighbors, and we finally agree on boundaries for the land. And that's when Papa came here to start the first cleaning the property, putting
Starting
the fence.
fence,
At that time, we were staying in Sofia, but uh, actually, we needed to move from her place.
yeah,
The last move before we moved in this house, we stayed in Ate Jean place. She kindly offered a house because she was not staying there at the time. Here around, you have a lot of hotel, resort, guest house, but there is no place that you can rent for long term. It was the time that we would need to find workers
workers,
and a team to start building the house. It was a mix of people from Bulalakaw
and
and people
people
from
from
here.
here. We get a good
Yeah,
team.
you managed to find a good
Yeah.
team that really worked hard for us and did an amazing job. I'm really proud of you. We have new project and it's not finished. Papa is coming back soon. We have exciting stuff coming, but we'll keep you update in the right time. So remember when we finally moved here? Wow, it was such a nice feeling.
And that's what I said. It is the last move we're gonna do. We're not gonna move anymore.
Like when we finally moved here, it was a moment I will never forget. Also a moment that we'd always be grateful for. Remember when we walked in the house for the first time, we really felt in the top of the world. It was such a nice feeling. It was like living a dream. Is that true?
Yeah.
Are we really in our house now? And also the kids.
They like it here
Yeah, they
so
like it.
much.
Putting the mess around. They really feel home, no problem. It's been a long journey, but it's been worth it. Every struggle, every obstacles, every challenge has been worth it. Because now we have a home that we can call our own, a home that we can be proud of, a home that we can share with others. Our journey from homes hopping to owning our own house is a testament to the power of resilience, hope, and determination. It's a testament to the fact that no matter on how hard it is, how long the journey may be, we always have the power. We always have the power to change our life, to make a difference, and to create a better future for ourselves. So if you watch this video and if you're going through a hard time, if you're also having difficulties in finding a land, or if you are building your house and you're having troubles with materials with your team, I want you to know that you are not alone. We go through all of that. I want you to know that there is a hope and there is a way out, and that there is a better tomorrow waiting for you. Just Keep pushing, keep striving, and just keep believing on yourself. Thank you very much for watching our video. If you like to support us, please give us a thumb up and share the video around to the people who might be interested by this content. Until next time, keep following your dream.